Listen, bases loaded, another Cologne review. Shout out to all the support, step by step. Somebody left a video and they didn't realize this question that they asked me. They didn't realize that this question really struck a nerve in a good way. And a lot of people don't know, but this was the first expensive cologne that I ever purchased in my whole entire life. When I say my whole entire life, Filthy Rich Signature was the first expensive cologne that I ever purchased in my life. And not only that, it was the first expensive cologne that made me realize, wow, there is power in a strong smelling cologne. Now, take a trip down memory lane. I got approved for a penthouse, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm thinking, I'm in a penthouse. I need to improve my spell. So at the time, I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm about to actually run this store a promo ad because they are still the plug and the only place where I could find Filthy Rich Signature for a normal price. When I mean a normal price, if you go on eBay or if you go anywhere online, or even if you go to the Filthy Rich Signature website, this fragrance is going for at least $400+. Let it breathe. But like I said, let's take a trip down memory lane. I'm like, and this is going to be my first cologne story. So thank you for this question. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Now, this fragrance, when I say I'm blessed, lucky, fortunate, all in one, I'm going to tell you that because I don't do blind buys. And I got to take my time on this story because I'm so excited. I'm so passionate because this was my first blind buy and I got lucky. I got blessed. I was fortunate because I scored big with this. Now, a lot of people online, they talk about Filthy Rich Signature 2. I purchased this 2 years ago, and the reason I believe that I purchased Signature 1 is because my box was black and gold. Signature 2, the box is blue with a little North Carolina blue mixed with it, but mine was black and gold. So Filthy Rich Signature 1 is actually in my starting five. It's in my starting five. And when I'm ready to go visit North Carolina, I will gladly pick up Signature 1. If Signature 2 smells great, I'll pick up Signature 2. But I know for sure Signature 1 is definitely the one. And when it comes to cologne, like I said, I don't like to waste money. And I don't do blind buys. But I got lucky with this blind buy. And then, like I said, $300, that's what I paid for it. I paid $300, $325 and sprayed it, walked around the grocery stores in North Carolina. Everybody's like, wow, you smell amazing. Took it with me all the way to Phoenix to the penthouse, man. And then when a bottle ran out, I was like, oh man, like you only could find it on eBay and online is definitely, they're taxing. When I say they're taxing, they're definitely taxing. So shout out to Greensboro, North Carolina. If you live in North Carolina, or if you're visiting North Carolina, this is located in the Four Seasons Mall. I got to run an ad for this store because so far, if you guys know any other store that carries this, or if you go to any kiosk in the middle of the mall, ask them if they carry Filthy Rich and let me know different places where you can find this fragrance because there's not a lot of places outside of the website or outside of eBay. And trust me, they're taxing on eBay. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. They're taxing on eBay. So this is the only place that actually has it for a reasonable price. Perfume Gallery, thank you very much because it's because of this company why I have this channel. Once you purchase your first $300 cologne and it's not Louis Vuitton, you can also call them as well, but here's the address. They definitely, when it comes to cologne, they got the Baccarat Rouge. They got what you need. please do not sleep on North Carolina as a whole. Please do not sleep on Greensboro. Great things happen in Greensboro. And I'm not just speaking about A&T Homecoming. I'm also speaking about Perfume Gallery. Yes, 410 Four Seasons Town Center. You could call them. They're very friendly and they will work with you. Now, as far as this fragrance go, they always have it. I called them. Listen, this is one company I'll call throughout the year. Even though I haven't purchased from them in 2 years, I still call to make sure that they carry Filthy Rich, because that right there is in my starting five. And this is the only fragrance, the fact that it's not right down the street like the LV store. This is the only fragrance I will actually watch the number of sprays on this fragrance, because this fragrance, like I say, is not down the street and outside of the store in Greensboro. They're super taxing and they don't do like Louis Vuitton does. Like Louis Vuitton, actually, they give you discounted prices on your refill. Filthy Signature is not doing that. So with that being said, the cool thing about this is I could layer this with other sprays, but all you need is about 2 to 3 sprays with this and you're done. You're done. It projects, it's loud. You're going to shut the party down just like Ombre Nomad. To me, on my cologne journey, this is probably the only fragrance I could put side by side with Ombre Nomad. And I'm going to say this again. And just the fact that my channel is called Mr. Loud Brutal Cologne Reviews, I'll probably mix them together. But with that being said, this fragrance right here, by itself, 2 to 3 sprays, man, put this fragrance on a treadmill, because it's going to exercise. It's going to work itself out. Now, before I finish this video, I don't have the bottle with me. I finished the bottle 2 years ago, but trust and believe, I'm going to purchase this bottle again and again and again and again and again. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell a friend that I'm going to purchase this bottle again. This is how good this fragrance is. But like I said, outside of Greensboro, what you could do is you could call your local perfume gallery, because they have chains all over different states, different cities. Call around and ask if they carry Filthy Rich Signature 1. And I can't speak on Signature 2 because I never tried that. I had Signature 1, and Signature 1 is the one. So even though I don't have the bottle, I had to take some screenshots and I had to show some photos, because I purchased this, and you guys already know I don't take L's. Everything got to be recouped. And I spent $325 on this bottle. So we're going to take these pictures and we're going to recoup the memory. And we definitely going to recoup a video on this, because it's definitely worth it. I will say, and you're probably thinking, because you know how I speak about Ombre Nomad, is this better than Ombre Nomad? It's a tie. And I'm going to leave it at that. It's a tie. I'm not going to say it's better. I'm not going to say it's not, because then I'm just creating a whole bunch of chaos that's unnecessary. On this channel, I want to make this an easy no-brainer. You know where to go and get the sample. And the only thing about this, before I finish this video, that I don't like about this fragrance is they don't really offer too many samples. Now, what YouTubers are doing and people on TikToks are doing, they're selling sample bottles online. And I think that's cool, because some fragrances, it's hard to find a sample, and it's hard to find a sample on this bottle as well. So with that being said, listen, on my channel, for instance, before I finish, I know I keep saying that, but I'm excited about this fragrance. I purchased 5 bottles of cologne for my mother. About 4 months ago, went through all the bottles. When I give a cologne review, trust me, either the bottle is empty or it's halfway empty. I'm giving you a real honest cologne review. But with this bottle, it's hard to find samples. So unless you live in Greensboro, unless a place actually sell this where you could go to the kiosk and actually spray for yourself, I will say that don't blind buy anything that's $300 just because I told you to do it. If you can't get to the sample, leave this brand alone. And you're probably thinking, but you said it was good. I don't care. You need to know it's good for yourself. It's your money, your resources. And on this channel, I want to make sure that you guys are definitely making the best investments. And this is the only cologne that I'm going to promote where it's hard to find a sample, but where there's a will, there's a way. And if you want to find a sample, trust and believe, you probably could. But who knows? When I purchase this, I'll probably sell some samples of this as well. But with that being said, my advice to everybody on this channel is don't blind buy anything that costs $300. Don't do it. Fortunately, I was lucky to live in Greensboro and go to that shop And then when I asked them, because I was going to a penthouse, I said, what type of fragrance do you have for somebody in a penthouse? And they brought this out. Like I said, the staff is incredible. And it was definitely the best fragrance for penthouse. Filthy Rich, Signature One. This is my honest review. But be smart about it. eBay, they're charging $450. On the website, they're charging $450. So my best advice with this is to go to a kiosk and try to get it. And I called Greensboro. They said that they got it for about $200, so the price dropped. When I first originally purchased this, it was about $325 with taxes. So in Greensboro, they have it for about $200+. So with that being said, shout out to Greensboro for having this fragrance. And I can imagine other people probably carry this as well too. But yeah, call around and ask, do they have Filthy Rich Signature One? And I can just imagine if Filthy Rich Signature One was the one, I can just imagine Filthy Rich Signature 2 is probably going to do the do. Let it breathe.